Hello, person walking by. Hey there. So here's another vlog entry, and as you can see, I'm in my car. Here's where Logan usually sits. Imagine crazy baby here. I wanted to shoot a vlog today to talk about, it's the beginning of the new year. I've always been a big person about setting goals, and I know, like I said before, it's really a mental trick to try to give us just a lever, something that we can pull on to say, this is when I'm going to start my new habit, whether it be good or some project that we want to finish or just something that we want to get better at. The beginning of the new year is a good mental trick place to start it. I used to be friends with someone who passed on this idea of doing one item for every year that you were born. So kind of like a opposite version of a bucket list, not a list of all these things you want to do before you die, but saying for every year you've been alive, give me one thing that year that you're going to do in the coming year. So it's like every year that gets bigger and bigger, which kind of makes it harder to do, but only if you pick like huge things to do. Like I'm going to sail around the world, plus I'm going to climb a mountain, plus do this, plus that. Sometimes it's like, I want to go to this museum sometime during the year. Not huge things, but that's one way to do it. I overdid it when I tried it that way, so I've moved back to this kind of 12 for 12, like one entry for each month that, the year. So this is what I've got this year. Number one, read 24 books. I'm already one down. That was The Librarian by Mikhail Elizaroff. I'm not sure how I pronounced that, but I just posted the review of that. It was released by Pushkin Press, and it's awesome. It's a good book. It's got kind of a slow ending, but I think that's because I don't want to give too much away. There's a reason for it, but it's a wild story nonetheless. Definitely an author that I'll be kind of keeping track of and reading some of his previous books that have all supposedly won or been nominated for big awards in Russia. Number two, 12 donations. I like to try to spread out my donations that I make throughout the year. I have a map at home that actually I mark off all the different places that I've sent money to, because I want to basically throughout my lifetime, I want to feel that I have touched every single state, every single country. Even if it's just $10, which is usually my budgetary allotment for charity, because I don't have a ton of money. So, I do a lot of things through either Donors Choose or I've been doing the Kiva loans, the microloans, and I did a $25 loan with them last year, and I've gotten it back and sent it back in twice now. So it's really awesome to do. If you haven't tried it, I would really recommend doing it. Number three, destroy bad habits and create good ones. This was also on my list last year, and I think it's something that I'm probably going to have on my list every year, because I think we're always going to have some bad habits that we want to get better at and some good habits that we'd like to start, like working out more often, and bad habits being, drifting off, losing focus, spending too much time playing iPhone video games. God damn you, Peggle. And I'll have a video maybe sometime this year that'll talk about other bad habits that I want to get rid of, but that's a longer subject. Number four, begin new novel. I've written one novel already. It's actually out and you can buy it. It's there on Amazon and iTunes and all the ebook readers, and you can get it for physical paperback form. It's called What Came First. It was really a huge accomplishment for me to get it finished and to get it done and have my first book out. I self-published it through CreateSpace and through another company. So I've been wanting to start a new book, and there's kind of almost a mourning period after you finish a project like that. After you finish a novel, for me at least, there was kind of this like really just big grief of being like, oh wow, I'm done. Like, what do I do now? And will I ever be able to accomplish something like that again? I've been slow to getting back on the horse, but this year I plan to do it. And I'm not trying to give myself the huge goal of saying, finish the book this year, just get it started. And more than meaning like, in the beginning, I really have to get a good way into the book to feel like I'm really moving forward on that novel. Number five, 12 new foods. I am notorious for having kind of a limited palate. In truth, I like a lot of foods, but what I like is basically everything but vegetables. I've been very limited in my vegetarian style of eating. For a little while, I tried to go vegan, and it was really interesting to force me to try new foods. That didn't last long in our home because my wife has so many allergies. So we went back to our normal diet. I've been trying to eat new foods so far out of 12 for this year. I've gotten one down. I've tried red peppers for the first time, prepared in a very specific way. So I'm not saying I don't like or dislike all red pepper preparations, but the one that I tried wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It probably isn't something I would go back to, but that's one down. Number six, move up at work. I think that's always a good thing to have, look up the food chain and try to move up, try to do your job well enough that people above you appreciate your work and decide to reward you with a, you know, a new title, new position and all that. And, you know, making a bigger salary for home and for children that you might have is always good too. That's a goal this year, to basically, if not trying to work to get the promotion, but definitely doing the right work to put myself on that path. Number 7, reach 100 subscribers. As the filming of this video right now, I'm currently at 23. I know I haven't been doing this a ton of times, so I'm not expecting it to like shoot to the stars. I'm not making a goal of like 1,000 or 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, but 100 I don't think is unreasonable, and that's definitely a goal that you, the viewers, and I can work on together. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please do. That would definitely help that goal get finished. Maybe next year I'll make a goal of 1,000 subscribers and move up from there. Number 8, paint another room. We just finished painting one of the rooms in the house where we moved Logan from his nursery room into like his kind of big boy room. It was far more emotional of an experience than we expected it to be, but very exciting. He loves the room. It's blue and green. He's very happy with it. We're happy with it, and just ready to kind of roll on to another one. Number 9, connect with more family and friends. It's not that I'm notoriously bad about doing this, but I want to keep myself focused on the idea. There's always people that I haven't talked to in such a long time that I do still care about a lot. So I want to reach out to them and see how they're doing. There's a lot of family members that I don't talk to very often, a lot of cousins and you know, distant relatives and things like that. Yeah, I'd love to get back in touch with and kind of just see where everyone's at. I've always been interested in kind of the family tree and the connections between all that, especially because my branch of that tree is mostly gone. There's a lot of people in my immediate family that have passed away. So it actually is really come down to just me and my brother now. You know, both of our parents are gone. Both of our grandparents on my dad's side are gone. You know, my grandmother on my mom's side is gone. Only my grandfather on that side is still alive. And then I've got uncles on my mom's side that are still alive as well. But it's just like, there's a huge slice going in that branch. And, you know, so it kind of makes me feel like I need to make sure that I'm still connected to the rest of the tree. Number 10, get outside daily. And one of the things they always talk about in therapy is exercise, getting outside, you know, doing things that you feel help you feel peaceful. And that's one of the things that always helps me. So I'm trying to keep my mind on making sure I get out for a walk, take a break from work, walk around the building where I work, and you know, just get outside, breathe some air, get some sunshine if there is sunshine, and do that on a daily basis. What I really like to do is, if I get home early enough, go on a long walk with Michelle and Logan, throw them in the stroller and just walk miles or whatever. It's actually a really good walk, and it's a good way to keep connected. Number 11, launch podcast. Now, I know there are a lot of people out there doing podcasts, and it's like, why not? Why not jump in? I definitely have a group of friends that are very creative, and we have really weird and long conversations, and sometimes they can be really funny. Sometimes they can be introspective and deep and philosophical. Some are political, most are not. But so we've been talking, we've been pushing the idea of the podcast around for quite a while, and I think that this year is a good time to launch it. So keep your eyes open for that, and you'll definitely be hearing more about it as it comes up. You're driving away. I can poke you. Number 12, and this number 12 might sound a little intimate or silly, or just maybe like, you know, there's a way to put this, but really this is a goal. As you can see, there's Logan's chair. Our hope is to have a secondary chair here, to give Logan a sibling. So that is something we are hoping to happen this year. Whether or not that sibling is actually born this year, we hope it happens, but if not born, just at least on the path. That could be another big announcement that might come down the channel sometime in the, you know, future 10 months. 11 months, 12 months, sometime in that area. So those are my 12 for 12. That's the goals I have for this year. What about you guys? Do you have goals for this year? Do you have things that you want to accomplish? Do you have certain methods that you use to keep your goals on task and to keep yourself motivated to do those things? If you do, send them my way, post them on the site, leave the comments down below. I'm sure there are other people who would love to hear more methods on how to do that. Thanks for watching this vlog, and talk to you guys later.